Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Shreyan Dravyamayad Yajnat Jnana Yajna Parantapa. Compared to the Dravya Yajna, Jnana Yajna is superior. Why? Sarva Karma Kilam Partha Jnane Parisamapyate. All the karma ends in Jnana. So, what is the Jnanam? The real Jnanam is, I am not the doer, I am not the enjoyer. There ends all the karma. Therefore, I don't eye on the fruits. There ends all the karma. So, but this jnanam, how to attain, for that what we should do, then we will chant the 34th verse again. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya Upadhekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Tad vidhi, you know that. Tad means that. You know that. That true self, by how? By approaching a teacher, pranipatena, by prostrating unto him, or by offering yourself unto him, surrendering unto him, pariprashnena, by asking right question, sevaya, by the service of the Guru. See, generally, the seekers who have renounced everything and had gone to the feet of the teacher, they surrender unto him. Meaning what? Now they have nobody, no bandhu, no mitra. So, tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhuscha saka. Like that, they surrender means what? They offer everything unto them and they feel very comfortable in the thought that he will take care of everything. So, that is how they surrender. And then they remain there doing his seva, whatsoever he asks. So, they will be doing the seva. And then in between, when the Guru is very, very composed, very peaceful, they ask few questions. And that is how the knowledge is shared. See, I don't think there would be some 3-4 classes a day. And then I think it all happened very beautifully. Sharing of knowledge. So you have to ask the right question. Then Upadekshanti te jnanam, then they will, Krishna says, then they will instruct you in the right knowledge. Who? Jnaninaha, tattvadarshinaha. Those who are the knower of all knowledge, and tattvadarshina, who have experienced that in their own hearts. Tattvadarshinaha. So here two things are said. Jnaninaha means what? Meaning man of scriptures, meaning Shrotriyan. Shrotriyan, he has learned the scriptures from his Guru. And then he has contemplated, meditated, and he has realized in his own heart. These two are the important qualification of a teacher. Gurudev says, if he is a Shrotriyan but not Brahmanishtan, one who has not known the self, one who has learned from the teacher, he is master, means he understands the word by word meaning, he can explain and all. But without any knowledge, without any abidance or without any personal experience, then he cannot effectively communicate. because he himself is not very sure. Because beyond everything, beyond mind, beyond intellect. Suppose if he is only a Brahmanishtan, not a Shrotriyan, not learnt from the teachers, he may not have the proper technique or proper vocabulary or proper means to teach, because it cannot be taught that way. It is beyond vak, beyond mind. So even to teach it, you need that kind of a grounding, that kind of a knowledge of the scriptures. To Bhagavan what happened? He first got that experience and he was abiding in that always. Later when he was in Virupakshi cave and other places, devotees brought him certain scriptural books and then asked him, so Bhagavani, what is this? Why it is said this? Then he started studying. Then for him everything was easy because his own experience is narrated there, revealed there. So that is how he understood everything. Later he quotes from everywhere also. My God, he used to have a small sort of a library, library means what? A rack of books and all. Whenever people ask some question, he'll say, you go and pick that book, bring that book. And Bhagavan had a very, very special siddhi. Whenever he opened that book, whatever answer that person was seeking was there exactly. But Bhagavan had that siddhi, it seems. Whenever he opened, that page appeared. Very rare. So that is how he explained things. Certain Mahatmas who have not gone through the scriptural studies, very hard for them to explain things, to answer question, technical, very, very detailed questions. But those who have only studied and not realized, even though they have studied, they may be explaining beautifully, but it will not have that kind of a power to hit and awaken the soul. That is what it is said. So, jnaninaha tattva darshinaha. So, such people will instruct you in the right knowledge. Shankara says, very clearly he says, why both the words are used? Jnaninaha is enough, na? Why tattva darshinaha? Because he says, the knower of Brahman, tattva darshinaha. So, then what will happen? When you learn, when you contemplate on it, then you gain that knowledge. What happens when you gain that knowledge? Yajñātvā na punar moham evam yasyasi pandava yeta bhūtānyasheshena dakshasyatmanyato mayi yajñātvā na punar moham evam yasyasi pandava yena bhūtānyaseshena dakshasyatmanyato mayi. So, yajñātva, having known that, na punar moham evam yasyasi pandava, you will never again fall into this dreadful delusion. See, there is no doubt about it. Once when you cross over, there is no coming back. Meaning, once when the ego self is destroyed. Destroyed means what? Once and for all. Then you are totally liberated. Once again it will not raise its head. Meaning, you will not be deluded again. But for that, you have to abide in the self continuously. Till you reach a state, sahaja, where effortlessly you can remain there. Till that point, you have to work on it. Then, punaha means again. Mohameva na yasyasi he Pandava. You will never fall into that dreadful delusion again. You are liberated once and for all. Then what is the vision there? Yena bhutani aseshena dakshasi atmanyataha. Meaning what? Kimcha yena jnanena bhutani asheshena brahmadini stambha paryantani. Meaning what? From Brahmaji onwards till all that which is there in the world, stambha paryantani, drakshyasi means you will see how sakshad atmani, pradyag atmani, mat samsthani imani bhutani iti. You will see all in your own self, meaning everything as your own self. This is the vision. You will not see anybody or anything as different from yourself. Everything as your own self. For him, the Ganga Jala and also the Jala in the ditch is one. Is all the same, his own self. How, Swamiji, this is the truth. Even now, it is how it is, but we are unable to see it because we have an idea about ourselves. Therefore, we are refusing to accept anything as ourselves. You understand what I am saying? We have a concrete idea about ourselves. So, whatever other than us we feel, how can it be me? If you don't have any idea about yourself, everything is you only. This is the secret. Yapashyati sappashyati. Whatever comes in your consciousness is not other than the consciousness. Oh, you are the pure consciousness. Whatever arises there is you and you alone. There is nothing other than yourself. This is the truth. And not only that, he says, Ato api mai vasudeve parameshware cha imani iti. And then he says, Drakshasi atmanya yataha, and mayi, he says. See all those things as me also. Me means, Krishna says, as me means what? Parameshware, Ishware. What is this meaning? It means that Parameshwara, that Ishwara and myself are not different. This is the crux of Advaita Vedanta. He says, you will see everything as yourself solitaire. As the Ishvara, Parameshwara means what? Parameshwara and yourself are one and the same. So you will see everything as one. You will not distinguish between even the Parameshwara and the self, or the world and the self, or the other jivas and the self. So this is the vision of oneness you gain. Then there will be spontaneous love and compassion. Why a mother loves the child so much? Because she sees herself in the child. See? So when you can see yourself in every being, everything, you become the mother of all. Meaning what? Everything is you and nothing other than yourself. Such a vision. And it is possible. It is now and here. Now, the beauty is yajnatva na punarmohameva yasis. Once when you gain this vision, suddenly it will not vanish and then you start seeing the Veda differences. No. Once when you gain it, you have gained it. Because all the time it was like that only. Somehow we have been deluded. But once when you are awakened, how I have been deluded all these days, my God. What had happened to me? Why I was deluded? You will not know. Why you were deluded, you will not know. See, that is the beauty of this knowledge. So once you are awakened, there is no going back. Api chedasi papebhyaha salvebhya papakruttamaha Salvam jnana plavenaiva Vrujinam santarishyasi. I am not expanding on that idea now too much because we are going to see exhaustively in the 7th chapter, 9th chapter, 13th chapter, 15th chapter, all over we are going to see about this oneness, ekata. Asangata, Samata and Ekata. Ekata is going to flow throughout Bhagavad Gita. So here the seed is sown. First time he is saying you will see everything as yourself or as the Lord. Na? So this idea is taken over again and again and expanded also. So therefore when it comes there we will see exhaustively. Now we will move on. Here in this 36th verse, the Atma Jnana is glorified as what? Api chedasi papebhyaha sarvebhyaha papakritamaha. Even though if you are a sinful one, not just a sinful one, papebhyaha sarvebhyaha papakritamaha. There are so many others who have committed sin, but you are the chief among them, let us say. Chief among them is what? The real sinner. Even then, what happened? Sarvam jnana plavenaiva vrijinam santarishyasi. Sarvam, all the sins. Here, vrijinam means the ocean of sin. Jnana plavenaiva. Here, jnana is referred to as boat. Plava means boat. Jnana plavenaiva. With the boat of real knowledge, santarishyasi. You will cross this ocean of sin, you will cross. So, even though you are papakruttamaha, the chief among the papis, still with this knowledge, with this boat called as knowledge, you will cross over all the sins. Meaning what? See, once when you are awakened to yourself, the ego self is lost. In fact, the ego self is not you, it is actually the false self. You have been thinking that is you. I am the doer, enjoyer. Oh, I have done a lot of papa. Oh my God, what will happen to me? Oh, you Rama, I am going to go to Naraga. No, you are already in Naraka only. So what will happen to me? See, all this is only when you assume yourself to be the ego self and you conduct yourself. Once you know that this ego self is not you, is false, I mean perishes. Perishes means, you know what it means? The understanding that it was never ever. It was never ever. So whatever associated with that ego self is all nothing. It has got no meaning. Suppose, let us say, in the dream, you have killed somebody. Oh my God. And then the police and everybody is chasing after you. And you are hiding somewhere. And you are feeling very bad about it. How did I kill that person? Why did I do it? And also you are so scared that people would catch you. But when you get up, you are no more the dreamer, you are the waker. What happened to the dreamer? Dreamer is gone once and for all. When the dreamer is gone, what about the dream actions? What he has committed? It has no meaning. In the waking state, the dreamer has got no meaning. Therefore, whatever dream actions he has committed has got no this thing at all. No consequences at all. So when the fellow dies, the file is closed. When the criminal dies, the file is closed. So therefore, you will cross over the ocean of sin with a boat called as the true jnanam. You must have been the worst criminal in the world, but still you also have a hope. If you really turn within and know the true self. This Ratnakar, he was a wayside robber, is that not so? And he also turned. One day something happened to him. And then he started chanting Rama, 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 Rama. And he became a saint. Saint means what? He understood that he is not this person. He is the supreme, which is the substratum of all. See, when it is said it is substratum of all, truly it is substratum of all. Nothing can be other than that. இதெல்லாம் சும்மா ஒரு உபச்சாரத்துக்காக சொல்லலை. உபச்சாரம் means what? கொஞ்சம் மிகைப்படுத்தி, exaggerate பண்ணி, to just to glorify it, it is not said. That is the truth. It is the substratum of all. It is means what? You mean as a true self. You are the substratum of all experiences. There can be no experience without the experiencer. And the experiencer is false. Therefore, no experience has any meaning. Then whatever remains is beyond the experience. That is you. Tat Tvamasi. So with this knowledge, whatever experience you go through has no meaning. Whatever you have committed, whatever you are supposed to face has got no meaning. But when you believe yourself to be the ego self, karta bhokta, when you believe that you have committed papa punya, then you will go to naraka or swarga, or you will suffer or enjoy coming back into this world. It is all how you believe. See, people talk, whether this Mahabharata, this Bhagavatam and all, mythology and all. Actually, you are the real myth. Never ever you were. Just a myth, a story only. His story. History means what? His story. And he himself is not there. What is his story? He is a myth. So if you are a myth, what about your life? What about your experiences? What about your actions? But if you believe that you are, if you believe the world is, if you believe there is a God somewhere, then yes, the punishment is there, the reward is there, the papa is there, punya is there, everything is there. See, with identification, the body mind, all the samsara comes. Everything is there. When you detach, everything goes. See, to detach what you should do? Nothing. Only to get attached you should do something. But to get detached what you should do? Nothing. Already you are Nitya Shuddha, Nitya Mukta, Nitya Buddha. Meaning already you are unattached only. Already you are liberated only. But we somehow think we are not. Somehow we think we are attached. Somehow we think we are the jiva. And though somehow we are suffering. Now somehow we want to get rid of it. So somehow we do some sadhana. And somehow we get rid of it. But when you look back, nothing was there. What I was doing all these days? Sadhana, sadhana, sadhana. So therefore, this jnana is the boat which can cross you over all the sins, the ocean of sin. See, Vrijinam, he is saying, Vrijinarnavam, Arnavam he is saying, Vrijinarnavam. The ocean, why? Because Tarishyasi means you cross over, boat. So when you say, with this boat you cross over, then the Vrijinam is understood as the ocean of sin. You will cross over. And moving on to the next verse. How you can cross over all the sins? How all the sins are burnt? Like this. Yatai dhamsi samidhognihi bhasmasat kurute Arjuna jnanagni sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute tatha yatai dhamsi samidhognihi bhasmasat kurute Arjuna jnanagni sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute tatha yata edhamsi. Edhamsi means the fuel. Those days the firewood they say, na? Virahu kattakena solluvaanga. Firewood. So with the firewood only they were cooking. They may not be knowing much about gas. I don't know much about gas or other things, electrical cooker and electrical things. So here Edhamsi means the fuel, that is the indhanam means whatever, the firewood or whatever. Samiddaha agnihi basmat kurute. Samiddaha means those things only, whatever. Samid we say na. Samit nu solluvaanga idukulla poduvome. Yaga yajnathula kuda offer பண்ணுவோம் இல்லையா samit. So all those that small pieces of wood only. Basmasat kurute agnihi. Like the fire brings everything down to ashes. All the firewood, everything is burned to ashes. Similarly, jnanagnihi, this jnanam which itself is agni, it burns down all the karmas. Whatever you have done, punya or papa, everything is destroyed with awakening to the self. Jnanagnihi, this fire of knowledge destroys everything. Sarva karmani basmasat kurte. Basma makidonda. See, what is basma? See, those firewood may be of different sizes, different color. But when you get ash, everything is same. Ash, nothing is different. Similarly, whatever may be the karma, everything is burnt to ashes means everything goes off. Good, bad, vulgar, all karma goes. And you are liberated. But here, Shankaracharya makes a small note saying that it is not that all your karmas are burnt. Prarabdha karma, you have to go through. See, sanchita means or whatever karmas we have been accumulating over the very many janmas, that is burnt. And now further you will not add any karmas. Sanchita karmas are not there. But this body has come because of prarabdha. That you have to go through. That is why great Mahatmas also they go through, their bodies also go through. Is that not so? So it is said all the karmas are burnt. But Vivek Chudamani says, for that Mahatma there is no karma. Even though the body mind may go through, he is not the body mind. He is not the sufferer or enjoyer. So he is beyond. So we can say all the karmas are burnt. But from the onlooker standpoint, he is also going through Sukha Dukkha. So it is said, prarabdham he has to go through. So, see, imagine with one shot, everything is burnt. So, for what you should do? You should only know who you are. Further, what you should do? Whenever you want to know anything, you should give attention to that. When you want to know yourself, you should give attention to yourself. That's all. Continuously, if you give attention to yourself, you know about yourself. Now you don't give attention to ourselves, we give attention to everything else. We give attention to ourselves as a body mind. Then you take a soap. You give attention to yourself as a body mind, but not to you. We are very scared of ourselves, you know that. We don't want to face ourselves. We are very scared of ourselves. We don't give attention to our true self. So therefore, with one shot, this jnanagni, it burns everything to ashes. All the karmas are destroyed. Then you are liberated. You may be a worst among the sinner. Even then, you cross over this ocean of papa, this sin. So therefore, do not lose heart. That is the idea. Do not lose heart. Everybody has got a chance. So Gurudev says, every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. Every saint has a past means what? We don't know how he lived. That's Nadi Moolam, Rishi Moolam Pakudam. You should not go and see where the Nadi is starting from. When you go and see, you may not even drink that water at all. See, Talaik Kaveri, people want to see Talaik Kaveri. They go all the way. You know, it's there somewhere in our yatra, that it was there in our schedule, but we didn't go. We were very tired. But people discouraged us. Swami, அங்கே ஒன்றும் இல்லை, அவ்வளோ மேலே ஏறி போத்தா அங்கே ஒன்றும் இல்லைன்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்க. எல்லாமே அப்படி தான் வாழ்க்கை. சோர்ஸுக்கு போய் பார்த்தா ஒன்றும் இல்லை. அதே மாதிரி கங்கோத்ரி அந்த இது நோ இன்னும் மேலே போனால் yeah, the water is coming. But you don't expect anything miraculous there. So therefore, so நதி மூலம் ரிஷி மூலம் பார்க்கக்கூடாதும்பாங்க. The sinner has got the saint has got also a past. We don't know. Similarly, the sinner has got a future. So therefore, nobody needs to lose heart. And then, 38th verse. Nahi jnanena sadrusham pavitramiha vidyate tatsvayam yoga samsiddhaha kalenatmani vindhati nahi jnanena sadrusham pavitramiha vidyate tatsvayam yoga samsiddhaha kalenatmani vindhate nahi jnanena sadrusham. Sadrusham means tulyam, pavitram, pavanam, shuddhikaram iha vidyate. There is nothing like knowledge in this world which purifies. Pavitram means which purifies, pavanam. Nahi jnanena sadrusham, there is nothing. Sadrusham means like, knowledge, pavitram, pure, or one which can purify iha in this world, vidyate, please know. Hey Arjuna, please know, there is nothing like knowledge which can purify you. But Swamiji, in Bhagavata Mahapuranam, it is said only devotion is everything. Now you are saying there is nothing like knowledge which can purify. See, ultimate devotion and ultimate knowledge is one and the same. Parabhakti and Parajnana. See, what is Parabhakti? Parabhakti is seeing everywhere the same God and losing oneself in that. What is Parajnanam? Seeing oneness where the ego is not. See, the paths may be different, but Parabhakti and Parajnana are one and the same. So therefore, it is said here, there is nothing purifying as this knowledge. When you get more and more clarity, and when you know that everything is own self, how can you hurt others? To whom you are giving, even if you are giving to yourself only. Even if you are hurting yourself only. See? So, you are so purified within. And all this kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsara, everything will go. Matsarya, everything will go. There is nobody else. So, whom can you feel jealous of? So therefore, this is the most purifying in this world. Tat swayam yoga samsiddhaha kalena atmani vindati. Yoga samsiddhaha means what? One who is a master of yoga. Yoga means one who can turn within and seek and quieten the mind there. Kalena, in due course of time, atmani vindate. He knows the self, he abides in the self. Swayam, tat swayam, of his own, that adept yogi, in due course of time, he knows the self. See here Gurudev says, one has to work, swayam. Nobody can help. The sense what? People can guide, the gurus can guide, but you have to work on it. And kalena means what? In due course, it's not said when. It all depends on your intensity of your efforts or your burning, that kind of a seeking. And Gurudev wants here. Some people think if I go and please some Mahatma, he will touch me and I will get that knowledge. He says no. He wants very severely such people. I like Gurudev because of that. He is very, very straightforward. Many devotees have, from time to time, wasted their chances and brought dishonor to their noble teachers because they expected their gurus to impart their acquired wisdom to them, their chelas, disciples, for the physical services rendered or the intellectual support given. Many of the existing seekers are today thoughtlessly squandering away their noble opportunities by vainly waiting for this cheap and ready method of purchasing Godhood. Let them be warned that in spite of such glorifications of some gurus available in the market and sold at some ashrams in this country, it has no scriptural support. Here Krishna in all love plainly tells the truth to Arjuna that he has to purify himself, Swayam. And then he himself realizes the truth in good time. Kalena, in good time. No definite time schedule is promised for perfection to manifest. It is only said that he who is practicing sincerely and devotedly all the 12 different subjective yajnas that are described earlier will attain the necessary growth within and will in good time come to experience the self, the beatitude of perfection, the state of Godhood. In good time means kalena. This does not mean either immediately, nor does it promise as the Supreme only after trillions of impossible years. See? So here he is clearly warning, Swayam, one has to put forward effort by oneself. Don't expect some miracle to happen. Why are we so lazy and so cheap that we want everything in gold platter somebody should give? We will not do anything. உடம்பு நோகாம நொங்கு திங்கன்னு ஆசைப்படுறான்னு சொல்லுவாங்க அந்த மாதிரி. சரி, நொங்குன்னு தெரியுமா உங்களுக்கு? அது என்ன இங்கிலீஷில் இங்கே? ஐஸ் ஆப்பிள். ஓகே, அதை உடச்சி அது நொங்கு எடுக்க ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். அது யாராவது எடுத்து கொடுத்துட்டா தேவையில்லை. அதில் கூட உரிக்கணும், வராது. அது தொந்தரவு. அது தட்ஸ் வை ஐ டோன்ட் ஈட் தட் நான்சென்ஸ். ஐஸ் ஆப்பிள்னா அவங்களுக்கு புரியல. ஐஸ் ஆப்பிளா? From the palm tree, what you get fruit. Amma, how do you do not know about it? You are from Yalpanam. My God, Panang. Sorry, it's modatic. See, in Yalpanam, everywhere you go, palm trees. Those days, now everything has been cut, but in those days, everywhere palm trees. So they know about it. Nongunam thriyam pohadu kattayam. So therefore, we have to put in effort. Because it is our ignorance. See, if you are unable to see, who can show you? They can say, see. Where? If you can't see, you have to see. For you to know, you have to see. Is that not so? Nobody can see for you. You have to see. Only when you see for yourself, it is yours. It is not yours. See, only when you see, I mean, I'm not physical seeing, I mean, only when you experience. It is not the experience also. Only when you know it, you know it. Otherwise, you have to live only in the platform of faith. Faith means what? To believe in it. As long as you live only with belief, it can be shaken, it will not satisfy you. Somebody's knowledge will never satisfy you. It should be your own, then it is fulfilling. Because this is Ananda Swarupa. Only when you experience it, you know that it is Anandam. Otherwise, howsoever people explain to you, still you become more dukkhi. How am I not able to experience this? You become more dukkhi. So that Swayam has got such a lot of wealth of meaning actually. Here Yoga Samsiddhihi, Gurudev says, all the other 12 yajnas he says. So Kalena, when you purify yourself with all those yajnas, Kalena in due course, Atmani Vindati. In good time, he says, na, Atmani Vindati. One will come to know oneself. And then, Shraddhavan Labate Jnanam. Tatparas Samyatendriyaha. Jnanam labdva param shantim. Achirena gacchati. Shraddhavan labate jnanam. Tat Tatparas samyatendriyaha Jnanam labdhva param shantim Achirena gacchati. Shraddhavan labate jnanam. One who has got Shraddha. Shraddha is translated as faith. Shraddhavan, one who is faithful. Labate jnanam, he attains to the knowledge. What Gurudev says, here the faith means it is not blind faith. Shastrasya Guruvakyasya Satya Buddhi Avadharana. What is Shraddha? Shastrasya. Whatever the Shastras, the scriptures are telling, Guruvakyasya, whatever the Guru is teaching, Satya Buddhi Avadharana. How it is truth? That sincerity in approach to find out how that is truth is Shraddha, he says. It is not just accepting everything. Yes. Neenga sonna sariya dhaan irukum. Correct. Not. It is not. Gurudev says very clearly. It is not. It's not a blind faith. It is that kind of a mind which is endowed with a very positive approach. First of all, it believes, yes, they are very sincere people. Whatever they have said is true only, but I want to know how it is true. I want to know. With that attitude, you inquire, you try to find out. This kind of attitude is called Shraddha. First of all, you accept what you don't know for time being, and then you proceed, then you will find that to be true, whatever you have accepted. This is Shraddha. Because this is Atindriya Vishayam, it is beyond your senses and mind. Nobody can show you, or nobody can prove that to you as others prove in the world outside. So you have to first accept it. But you should not be satisfied just accepting it. You have to work on it in order to find out the truth of it. Then you will find out the truth of it. But you know what? The people of other religion, how they approach our scripture, in order to find fault. In order to disprove it, they approach. With that kind of attitude, if you approach, the Shruti Mata will not reveal herself to you. Meaning what? The truth will not be revealed. Only when you are humble, when you approach it with the right attitude, that yes, whatever said and whatever Guru is interpreting and explaining to me is right only, but I am unable to see. I want to see it of my own. So I put forward all efforts with a positive approach. The negative approach is what? Oh, all these people are chumma, they say something nonsense. But our people have said correctly. I am going to prove this to be all bullshit, all wrong, all nonsense. So I want to read. This is negative attitude for approach. Then you will not gain. You will be able to prove also because your buddhi is twisted now. You will not find any sense. You will say it's all full of contradictions. Upanishad, it's all language of contradiction only. Because through language of contradiction only you can reveal the truth. Truth is beyond your logic and reasoning. So you will conclude that it's all nonsense, it's all beyond logic and reasoning. So Shraddhavan labate jnanam. But you know what? Those who are endowed with Shraddha, you can easily identify them. Their eyes tell you. Very sincere. And the way they conduct themselves, everything they approach. See, in small little things also, when you practice Shraddha, means when you have Shraddha, then it will be extended to the study of scriptures also. Shraddhavan labate jnanam. In the next verse he is going to say Samshayatma vinashyati. Next verse. One who is doubting always, doubting Thomas, vinashyati, he will perish. So here it is said, Shraddhavan labate jnanam. That is the first condition to attain knowledge, Shraddha. Then tat paraha. Tat means that. Paraha means you have to be very dedicated to it. Tat paraha. Not half-hearted, totally dedicated to it. Tatparaha. And then Samyata Indriyaha, one who is the master of his own senses. Samyata Indriyaha, one who has controlled his senses. So these three conditions. One is you should approach this with positive attitude, that is Shraddha, to find out how it is true. And then Tatparaha, you should be very dedicated to the pursuit of truth. Tatparaha and Samyatendriyaha. Then you should not get distracted with the senses, with the sense objects, Vyavahar, with all these, worldly things. Then you will attain this knowledge. Labade jnanam. Jnanam labdva, what happens? When you attain to this knowledge, jnanam labdva, param shantim achirena adhigacchati. You will attain to param shantim adhigacchati. You attain to the supreme peace. Jesus Christ says, the peace that passeth the understanding. Supreme peace. As I told you yesterday, I don't know whether you have thought about it. Myself was so surprised about whatever came out. When you are living in this world without anybody inside, then only there is supreme peace. கீழே விழுந்துச்சு, அதுதான் சத்தியம், சொன்னதான் சத்தியம், just fallen down. அது கீழே விழாட்டி நான் சொல்றதான் சத்தியம். So the thing is what? When I am not, then whose trouble? Whose dukkha? Whose sukha? Who wants even liberation? There is nobody who wants even liberation. There is nobody who wants the world. There is nobody who is affected by sukha dukkha, labha labha. So somehow, when we can move, செத்தாரை போல் திரி நெஞ்சே, சித்தர் வாக்கியம் இருக்கு, செத்தாரை போல் திரி நெஞ்சே. How beautiful. செத்தாரை போல் திரினா என்ன அர்த்தம்? நான் இல்ல. See, sannyasis, they perform all their last rites before they take sannyas. Meaning what? I am dead and gone. When I am not there, then what honor, what dishonor? What good, what bad? What sorrow, what joy? What do I want from the world? Because I am not there. Even what do I want from God? I am not there. When I am not there, there is total peace. That is why Gurudev once said, a devotee ran to his Guru. He was somehow very desperate. He was telling, "Oh Guru, ayo, I want peace, I want peace, I want peace. Oh Guru, I want peace." Guru said, drop the wants, drop the I, that is peace. In this I want peace, drop the wants, and drop the I, that is already peace. So egocentric desire is want, ego is I. So if you drop the ego and egocentric desire in your life, that is peace. That is what is Karma Yoga is all about. That is what Jnana Yoga is all about. That is what Bhakti Yoga is all about. Dropping your I and your wants. என்னே நிவற்ற எண்ணுயிரே எண்ணம் எதுவோ அது செய்வாய். I don't think about anything. Whatever you want, thine will be done. It is what we are chanting before every class. எண்ணம் எதுவோ அது செய்வாய். So, there is peace. The knowledge is what? When you discover that this ego self is false, it is not. There is only supreme peace. That peace is called as Brahman. That peace is called as the real Paramatman. In that you will not see anything other. Neha nanasti kinchana, na iha nanasti. நானா தாத்தா பாட்டி யாரும் இல்லைங்க. Telugu people say nana. Nana means what? Father. Na iha nana. Appalam inga kedayadu. Na iha nana. Nana means different things. It's called as nana. There is nothing nana here. There is only one. So that is supreme peace. Appa, I need not compete with anybody. Appa, I need not prove anything to anybody. I don't want anything from the world. There is no need for any experience. I don't even want moksha. This idea of moksha, my God, troubles so many people so much. அதுக்கு பதிலாக இந்த உலகத்தை சம்சாரியாக இருந்தால் கூட பரவாயில்ல போல இருக்கு. When will I get liberation? When will I get liberation? When will I get liberation? You will never get liberation. Die. See, it's all hysterical, The ahankara sheshta. When will I get liberation? When will I get liberation? It's all ahankara sheshta. Who is bound? First see. There is nobody bound here. Then who wants liberation? This is what Bhagavan says in Ulladinarpada. First of all, find out who is bound. If you try to find out, there is nobody there to be bound. Then what are you talking about liberation? It's all karpane only. And all the scriptures also do about saying, mokshukav paadu, mokshadukav paadu. Then they say there is no moksha. Go. After 20 years of studies, they say there is nothing called as moksha. Ashtavakra says. Then, what? Go. The Buddhist people also say, what is nirvana? The bulb glowing, it got fused. That is nirvana. Don't laugh. Even no scripture said the same. Somebody explained to me, even in the Karika, in the higher scriptures, it said, so, param shanti. Achirena means what? Within no time. Once when you get this knowledge, total peace. Jnanalabhat syadidi uchyate mokshakyam shantim uparatim achirena kshipram eva adigacchati. So you will attain to that great peace. But you know what? People are not very inspired about peace. When you say, you come here, you study, you contemplate, then what will I get? You will get peace. Havladana. Peace only. I don't want peace. Huh? You say you will get something. You will get an experience. Dumb. And you know what? You will get peace. That peace you keep it to yourself. We want something extraordinary, we want, not peace. Then you will be able to know other people's thoughts. Is that? Yes. Then you can walk on the water. You can fly in the air. Oh my God, really? Yes. And Vashyam. Vashyam means what? You can just attract everybody and keep under your this thing. Then it is good. That kind of a jnana I really want. When you say only peace you will get. Useless peace. We don't know the value of peace. We don't know what is peace. That's why we say. We know only absence of sorrow. We do not know what is bliss. Sometimes also only we know what is absence of sorrow. But the positive bliss, what we don't know, we have never experienced. Because always we are in the mind. So with the mind, how can you experience that which is beyond mind? So therefore, param shantim achirena adigacchati. So you will attain to that paramam shanti. Then, on the contrary, if a person is always doubting, not having shraddha, bhakti, see, tatparaha is also devotion. Tatparaha means you are very devoted to him. So you don't have that kind of a shraddha also, bhakti also, then what happens? And samyatendriya means what? You don't have self-control also. Pochida. Ella illa, edum illa. Shraddha illa, bhakti illa, puranakam illa. You don't have Shraddha, faith. Matparaha means you don't have devotion. And Samyatendriya means what? You don't have control of senses. Then what will happen? Then we will live like an ordinary, jiva. Ajñascha shraddadhanascha sanshayatma vinashyati nayam lokosti na paraha na sukam samshayatmanaha ajñascha shraddadhanascha samshayatma vinashyati nayam lokosti na paraha na sukam samshayatmanaha. Ajñaha, anatmajñaha, meaning what? He doesn't know about his own self also. Ashraddadhanaha, he has no faith, much faith in the scriptural statements, in the instructions of the teacher. Ashraddadhanaha, and not only that, samshayatma, he is doubting always. Doubting means what? இவ்வளோ பேசுகிறாரு ஆனால் இப்படி இருக்கார் இப்படி பேசுகிறாரு என்ன இவர் பேசுகிறார் வாட் இஸ் ஹி டாக்கிங் பட் ஐ டோன்ட் திங்க் ஹீ இஸ் லிவிங் ஹீ இஸ் ஒன்லி டாக்கிங் லைக் தேட் யூ கோ ஆன் டவுட்டிங் samshayatma vinashyati. See, I am just giving a very gross example. Actual meaning, you know what? See, I tell you, from my own experience, I will tell you what it is. See, when you contemplate or when you meditate, you get some sort of clarity intuitively. Intuitively means what, you cannot rationalize it. Through logic and reason, you cannot understand that way. But somehow, heart of the heart, that is it. That is that. Since because you cannot rationalize it, you cannot understand through logic and reasoning, sometimes your own mind creates the doubt. அப்படிதான் இருக்குமா இல்லை வேற எப்படியா இருக்குமா?